world got its first look at the playbook yesterday at RIM's Developers Conference in San Francisco. Kaufman Bros analyst Sha Wu was there, and he's going to be back there again today. He's with us on the phone from the West Coast this morning. Sha, thanks for getting up early and joining us on the Inside Track. My first question to you is, did you actually get your hands on the playbook? Do you know really from firsthand experience what it looks like, what it feels like, or was this pretty much a show and tell kind of thing from the RIM people?
Yeah, Eric, it was more of a show and tell. What happened is they showed some demonstrations, some demos of it, and they had these the playbooks in glass cases where we could look at it and see the thinness. But unfortunately, we weren't able to use it in person. So,
given the fact that you didn't actually get your hands on it, can you tell us whether it lives up to the hype?
You know, physically, and it looks very nice. It's very sleek in terms of the design. The specs look pretty good in terms of the processor, the screen, etc. The two things we think it needs is it needs apps, and then second, it needs content partnerships.
Okay, so we've heard that from several people, though. That's one of the things where RIM is already behind Apple when it comes to the BlackBerry phone, so it seems as though they're starting from a similarly disadvantaged position with the tablet. How about the operating system? You argued in a note just last week that RIM should embrace Android. Here, instead of even using their existing operating system, they're going for a new one that they bought recently with this company QNX. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, what's interesting here is that QNX has a Linux-type core, so it's actually similar to Android and iPhone in terms of the architecture. And then there's another thing they announced. It's called WebWorks, which basically allows web tools, like simple languages like HTML, for example, to be used for development. So even though they didn't announce Android, the QNX plus WebWorks, it actually takes them closer to Android in terms of the development.
Sha, one of the things that you simply couldn't miss in yesterday's presentation were these references that Mike Lazaridis made to the playbook being a professional device. He dropped references to what the chief information officers out there were asking of RIM. And my question to you, is this just posturing, or is there really an opportunity at this point, given the fact that RIM is starting so far behind, to exploit the enterprise market with the playbook the way they did initially with the BlackBerry?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some truth to what he's saying. Basically, what users want is a lot of the employees spend a lot of time in their BlackBerries doing work, and the ability to do that on a larger screen per se would be advantageous, and that's the need that Mike Lazaridis was referring to. That companies want. So I think it makes a lot of sense addressing that market first, and then perhaps the consumer market a little later.
All right, we're going to have to find out whether addressing it sometime next year is soon enough. For Research in Motion, Sha Wu, analyst at Kaufman Bros. He saw the playbook yesterday. He's going to be back with the Research in Motion people at DevCon today in San Francisco.